vlog family. It has been probably 2 months since I've vlogged, mostly because I had this guy and I thought, let's vlog today. I think I want to vlog today. Yeah. Mostly because I just want him to change his diaper, and look what's outside currently. Snow. Snow is what's outside currently. I know Elliot can't even handle it. I know. It's snowing. This is our first snow. And if you look at the step, you can see it's starting to stick. Yeah, Elliot's not happy about it either. I've been wanting to film a video officially introducing you to Elliot, and I thought it would be a cool sit-down video, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't have time to do that. So I think it's mostly just gonna be this vlog of you're hanging out with us, and I will introduce you to him then, because that's all I have time for. Maybe he'll introduce himself. So this is baby Elliot. Ooh, he's got his furrow going right now. I don't know if he wanted to be introduced to you guys. My goodness, look at all that hair. He is about a week shy of 2 months old currently. He's wearing a skeleton onesie that his Uncle John and Aunt Alex got him. Look at his spiky hair. He was born with all of that. He had all of that hair. He is currently, I'm guessing, yes, Lambeau, thank you for the kisses. Lambeau loves him, as you can see by the dog nose that keeps peeking into the corner. Are you looking outside? Or do you see the baby on that camera? Do you see a reflection? Is that interesting? Who is that baby? Whoa, that's wild. Say, who is that baby and why is Mama holding him? He was born on August 23rd at 7:11 in the morning, and I plan on making another video telling my whole birth story, so I'll talk about all that later. He was half an ounce shy of 8 pounds when he was born, and he is currently, the last time we were at a doctor's appointment and they weighed him, he was 9.5 pounds, or 9 pounds, 5 ounces. And at this point, I'm fairly confident he's over 10 pounds, but he is currently in 0 to 3 month clothes, and we are cloth diapering him, which if you've watched my vlogs, you know that by now because I had at least 2 videos talking about cloth diapers. So we are doing that, and yeah, I could probably make a video actually talking about, how cloth diapering is going and how we like it, because you just really like looking to your right. Okay, keep checking it out. There is so much snow. This is obnoxious. But yeah, I could, if you want me to make a whole video talking about how cloth diapering is going and things that we are learning, I absolutely will. Just let me know. My days are spent loving on him, feeding him, getting him to sleep, and rinsing and repeating. Changing diapers. That's about it. It has been 20 minutes since I last vlogged. What is this nonsense? What is this absolute nonsense? He's also starting to get very sleepy, hence the fussiness earlier. It's just been a lot of getting adjusted to being parents, which is why I'm also rocking while I film this clip. I apologize. I could probably try to put my phone down. Stand back here and rock while I talk to you guys. A certain somebody is getting very sleepy, and I'm trying to push him an extra 15 minutes before we go upstairs and start bedtime stuff. Will that last? I don't know. He might cave before that 15 minutes are up. He might actually be caved now. Yep, that's a sleeping baby. He is cooing and talking a lot. He loves to smile. He is smiling in response to seeing me and Dan now. And Lambeau loves him. The cats like him. Do you want to go outside? Lambeau really wants to go outside, and then as soon as I let him out, he's like, wait a second, I didn't sign up for this weather. Let me back in, please. There he goes. He's actually getting off the deck. That's good. And he's a Dalmatian. Yep. So it begins. First of all, there's Lambeau being a Dalmatian for Halloween. Here's this guy. Just completely asleep. Well, mostly. Startle reflex still stirs him a bit. This is his introduction video. As I think of more things to tell about him, I'll share those. But I've mentioned it in my vlogs in the past. I really don't think I'm going to like have him as like a prominent feature in my vlogs, just because, there you go, your eyes are open, good job. One, he's not old enough to tell me if he wants to be in videos or not, and I don't know how I feel about him. Like, I don't know how I feel about videos focusing on him, I guess I'll say. Like, this one I'm fine with because it's introducing you guys. It would be really weird if I like never actually introduced you. I think so anyway, which is why I'm doing it. But I don't think I'm gonna make a lot of videos, like update videos on him. If I mention anything, it'll just be kind of in passing, like during my regular vlogs. But I don't think I'm going to like do a baby's first Halloween, baby's first Christmas, baby's first Valentine's Day, baby's first Flag Day, baby's first birthday. I might do something for his birthday. I don't know. That's still TBD. But again, like if we're going out and doing things, he'll be in the vlogs. Like I'm not going to try to keep him out of vlogs, but I really don't want my channel to rely on him being in it, if that makes sense. I would very much like to keep my content kind of how I've had it, where it's me doing things and adventures that us as a family go on, or the craft projects that I have going on, or sewing projects. All right, Elliot is down. I am working on laundry now, folding laundry. So we started a nighttime routine pretty early, and it has sort of adjusted some, but I think it's definitely helped us. Again, we're not even a full 2 months into this. Like, this might change entirely. I have no idea. Pretty early on, we started getting into the habit of laying him down and doing like a routine right before we lay him down for the night. And he's always been really good about sleeping for like longer chunks at night. So like Dan and I actually aren't very sleep deprived at all. For the most part, we get really solid sleep. I'm gonna move you so I'm not like in the dark. Hey, there we go. So pretty early on, we started a routine for bedtime of around, it started at about 7 o'clock, and over the last, I would say 2 weeks, it's slowly gotten pushed back to like 6 o'clock, which is okay. But it started, we would do it at, once 7 o'clock hit, we would take him upstairs, change his diaper, put him in a sleeper, and then I would sit down in the nursery and rock him and feed him until he fell asleep, which most of the time took about 20-30 minutes. But then once I felt like he was asleep enough, I would get up, take him into our bedroom where we have his bassinet, and lay him down and do my absolute best to lay him down without him waking up, which took some figuring out, and I'm still figuring it out. And hopefully he would then stay asleep. And for a long time, I would lay him down, he would stay asleep, I would come downstairs, and within 5 to 20 minutes, he would wake up again. And so I would go back upstairs and I would feed him again until he fell asleep, which would only take a couple of minutes. And then I would lay him down and he would be out for like 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours, like a big chunk of time. And now it's gotten to the point where sometimes he'll wake up shortly after I lay him down, and sometimes he'll stay asleep for a decent amount of time. That's been our routine. And then he typically, the first like chunk of time, he'll sleep anywhere from 3 to 4 hours, and then he'll wake up. I'll get up and feed him and lay him back down, and most of the time he stays asleep then for like 2-hour chunks after that initial sleep. So I'll lay him down and he'll sleep for about 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours before he wakes up again, and then I'll feed him again. Sometimes he wakes up after only like 20 minutes or after only like an hour. And if it's within an hour of when I laid him down, Dan will get up and walk with him for a bit and then lay him down. And that typically helps him fall asleep as well. Elliot falls asleep really well if Dan is the one putting him to sleep. Like, I don't know what it is, but Dan is very good at putting Elliot to sleep. I think he's just more patient than I am. I tend to try to put him to sleep, once I get him to sleep, I tend to try laying him down sooner than I should, where he isn't deep asleep enough. And so when I lay him down, he wakes up, and then I get frustrated, and so then I'm trying to like almost like rush him to fall back asleep, and it doesn't work, so then I get frustrated, and Dan's way more patient than I am. Yeah, so that's been our nighttime routine, and it seems to work really well. When we first brought him home from the hospital, I slept in my recliner that's right there for like the first week, and I just had that reclined back. I had my boppy pillow on me, and I held Elliot on there, and Elliot, so then he was kind of like leaned between me and the boppy. And that's how we slept for the first week. And it worked. He sleeps really well when I'm holding him at night. There's been a couple of nights that it's been rough and he just will not go back to sleep. And typically on those nights, I bring him down here and we sleep in this chair, and he is knocked out for multiple hours. So if he has a really rough night, we do that. But we try to push through and keep him in the bassinet because I really don't want him getting used to sleeping. Like, if he just keeps waking up and crying, that he's going to end up getting to be held to sleep. Although again, he's not even 2 months old. Like, I have been told so many times you cannot spoil a baby at this age. So like, I am understanding he still very much needs to be held, and he is held almost the entirety of the daytime. But for nighttime, like, I want to start it early, getting him used to sleeping by himself. So that's where we're at with that. Bath time we do about every other day, and when we do that, we just, whenever we would be taking him upstairs to start his nighttime routine, we do a bath time instead. And then right after bath time, we take him upstairs and do his nighttime routine and put him to sleep and all that stuff. So that's where we're at with that. The other big new thing that just started happening is I have had to completely cut dairy out of my diet recently because he was starting to cry and kick his legs a lot and just be really like way more fussy than normal. It was when my mom was here visiting, and she said it seemed like he was crying and acting like his stomach hurt, like he was having some stomach pain. So she suggested cutting out dairy, and so I did, and within just a couple of days, I was almost positive that he was having issues with the dairy. So I have completely cut dairy out, but that's been new. So we've been experimenting with different products and whatnot, which funnily enough, we already had dairy-free butter and oat milk on hand because we would make donuts for our church services, and a friend of mine and half of her kids are dairy-free. So we already had dairy-free options available because we would make dairy-free donuts for them. That made it simple for making certain dishes. So we're figuring out what meals we can cook and just substitute things and what meals have to be put on the back burner. Unfortunately, oh, Elliot's awake, so I'll pick this up later. All right, it's like an hour later now. 'Tis how I feel like any form of sit-down video is going to be from this point on. Just lots of shorter clips because I get interrupted. So yeah, where was I? Dairy-free. So I'm dairy-free now, totally fine with that. I have lots of people in my life who have either gone dairy-free for breastfeeding reasons like I am, or are dairy-free for like health allergy reasons. So I have lots of resources I can pull from if I want suggestions on things that are good. So that's good, that's fine and dandy. I think that's about it. I'll go ahead and throw some music in this section, and which, I mean, there's already probably been music playing this whole time. I usually edit with music in the background. I'll go ahead and turn the music up and throw some photos on the screen of Elliot growing phases, I guess. I don't know. Here's some cute photos of my son because he's cute and my brain isn't working right. Oh, are you such a happy baby? Hi! Whoa! Really? Oh, wow. That's really cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Hi! Oh my goodness, if I didn't know any better, I would say you're saying hi. Yeah. Hi. Hi. Yeah. I love you. Yeah. Oh, I love you. Do you see that kitten? How's that kitten doing? I know, you've got your arm stuck there. It looks like you're gonna roll over. Are you gonna do it? Yay! Good job! Oh, was that scary? That was such a good job! Yeah! See, I just have to videotape you now because you just rolled over and I missed it. Whoa! So that is where I think I am ending this video. I don't think I've forgotten anything. If there's anything you're curious about, like, feel free to ask it in the comments. I'm totally, like, happy to answer any questions you have in the comments. My next video that I plan on filming, that will be hopefully next week's video, is going to be a more serious video. I plan on sharing my birth story, how the birth went, but I also plan on talking about how my pregnancy went and how, like, my mental, like how my pregnancy affected me mentally after having such a traumatic previous pregnancy. So it's definitely going to be a heavier topic and a heavier video. So if you're a younger viewer, I would probably recommend skipping next week's video because it is going to be more raw. It's going to be, there's going to be some, like, deeper not very happy subjects touched on. Nothing like really bad at all, but it's gonna be a more serious video. So I'm just letting you know now, probably not gonna be the video for you next week. So if you get to next Sunday, you see that video uploaded and you really want to watch a video, but you don't really know if you want to watch that one, I've got hundreds of videos you can pick through. By all means, go to one of my first videos and watch one of those and comment on it and let me know how cringy I was, because I know I was. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey and meeting my son, and I am so excited to keep making videos and hopefully have more time to make videos. Like I said, I've been on quite the hiatus since having him, and I am very excited to get back into it. So I hope you guys have had a great day. I hope you continue to have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Alright, if you are actually watching to the end of this video, I want you to comment saying that you know all the secrets, because you actually stayed to the end of the video and you're getting this little bonus clip. So it is now currently about 2 or I think 3 weeks later since that last clip, and he is now almost 2.5 months old. And I was just watching back all of that footage, trying to figure out if there was anything else that I missed. And one of the big things that I didn't talk about, that Dan and I didn't realize until we had a baby, was before we had Elliot, like, newborns were so scary. Like, if somebody had a newborn and they asked if you wanted to hold them, it was like this itty bitty little fragile, tiny little thing that you didn't feel like you could move with because you were gonna shatter him or something. And once having Elliot, it's like, that's not the case. They are not nearly as fragile as you think that they are, and they're also not as itty bitty as you think that they are. Like, Elliot, maybe it's just because he was born essentially 8 pounds and that's like a bigger baby, immediately was like, yeah, no, he's not a newborn like size, but he is. And just trying to wrap my brain around that and realizing, like, yeah, no, they aren't as fragile as you think that they are. And they reach all of these milestones way faster than you think that they do. And it's wild to go on this journey of parenthood for the first time and seeing all of the milestones that they hit. I just took a video earlier today, like less than an hour ago, of him rolling over twice in one day. It's been like 3 weeks since he's rolled over. And that time I was fairly confident it was a fluke. And then he's done it 3 times today alone. So, like, he is hitting so many milestones. He is also completely unconscious right now. But it's so crazy and true how fast the time goes. Like, the days seem long, yes, but then the weeks and the months really are so short. It's wild. Yeah, that was really the only thing update-wise of him that I could think of that I hadn't talked about a couple weeks ago. So, hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in next week's video for the birth story and all of that intense, fun stuff.